Alright fam, it's no secret that Superman is one of the ultimate and strongest superheroes in all of comics. But today, we're not talking about the normal Superman. We're diving into Superman Prime, also known as Superman 1,000,000. And trust me, he's way more powerful than you can even imagine. You'll see just how strong Superman Prime or Superman 1,000,000 is, what his powers are, and how he reached this insane level. So let's get into it. He's a Superman from the 853rd century, in a possible future. Some folks think of this version as non-canonical, like an alternate reality, while others consider it part of the canon, but set in a crazy distant future. After surviving for ages on Earth and losing everyone he ever knew as time passed, because Superman's lifespan is way longer than most, he got super bummed out. So he decided to peace out and travel the universe for centuries, picking up a massive array of new powers and abilities from beings he met on his journeys. After wandering for so long, he thought it was time to chill, so he headed back to the Fortress of Solitude, which is chilling in the core of Earth's sun. He spent a mind-blowing 15,000 years inside the sun. And as we know, the more energy Superman absorbs, the more powerful he gets. You can imagine he basically became a god. During his cosmic travels, he broke through the Source Wall, which is like the boundary of the DC multiverse. Superman himself is studying it a ton. It's basically the consciousness of the DC universe. Yo, Superman Prime has all the powers of the regular Superman, but he's packing some serious extra abilities that go way beyond that. What makes them incredibly powerful is absolutely wild. And speaking of those extra powers beyond what the regular Superman has, one of the craziest is reality manipulation. This means he can literally twist and bend reality. For example, he brought Lois Lane back to life after she was dead, creating a new version from a fragment of her DNA that apparently held her original soul. This made her an upgraded Lois with an immortal body and superhuman attributes. Plus, she ended up looking all silver and stuff.
But wait, that's not all. He didn't just revive Lois. This Prime version of Superman also restored Krypton, his home planet that blew up. And he did it like it was no big deal. The power they gave this guy is just ridiculous. And that was just one of his lesser known powers. There's more. He also has the power of power bestowal, which basically means he can share part of his power with his descendants. Even if it's just a tiny fraction of his power, that would make any of his kids way more powerful than any metahuman you've ever seen. Plus, he's immortal. But beyond all these insane powers, to emphasize how powerful this version of Superman is, it's important to talk about the key to all his strength, which is his energy absorption ability. Guys, Superman Prime spent 15,000 years in the Earth's sun, and thanks to those centuries of soaking up solar energy, he became the most powerful version of Superman that has ever existed. Honestly, this guy makes the regular Superman look like a total lightweight. It's wild when you think about it, because the normal Superman already has practically godlike powers and is one of the greatest heroes. Back to Superman 1,000,000. Another one of his powers is super speed. He's way faster than the speed of light, and on top of that, way more powerful than the gravitational force of a collapsing star. What makes Superman Prime the most powerful of all time is his unlimited abilities and powers. And if you think that's where it ends, hold up, check the timestamp on this video, there's so much more. Besides the powers we've mentioned, Superman Prime also showed he can create entire worlds, manipulate matter at will, and withstand attacks that would wipe out any other being. Basically, he surpassed the limits of your average superhero, becoming a cosmic entity in his essence. More than all that, he's also become invulnerable. So not only does he soak up that solar energy, but he can also channel it for all sorts of uses, making him an unmatched force in the DC universe. Plus, he's got the ability to travel through time and space, checking out different eras and realities, and with all those years of experience, his understanding of the multiverse and his reality manipulation skills make him a force to be reckoned with. It's important to note that due to the massive amount of power he has, Superman Prime is often portrayed as a tragic character, isolated because of his uniqueness and immortality. His journey over the centuries and his unique life experience have shaped his personality in some really complex ways. But the complexity of his character also highlights his loneliness and the weight of being immortal. It shows that while everything he has is a blessing, it can also feel like a curse since he's lost his loved ones over time. With all this, it's clear that even with all these powers, it doesn't stop him from dealing with some serious melancholy. So, in a way, he's not totally invulnerable, right?
Back in 2021, when DC was rolling out Future State, which was supposed to showcase a distant future for the heroes, it didn't really hit the mark, and DC kinda just sidelined that saga after it wrapped up. That's when Superman 1 Million made a return, but it ended pretty tragically. So here's the deal. Superman Prime, who had been chilling in his Fortress of Solitude right in the center of the sun, starts to investigate some weird vibes he's been feeling. But suddenly he's hit with some strange memory issues when the unkindness shows up. This crew is led by the Lord of Chaos, aka Vandal Savage, and includes the 7 Deadly Sins, who are that set on wrecking reality to end all existence. They swarm Superman Prime, totally breaking his body and spirit, leaving his corpse floating around in space. Even with all that going down, I wouldn't be surprised if DC eventually brings Superman Prime back at some point, or just decides to pretend the whole Future State thing never happened. After all, he's like a mega power ultra blaster version of Superman. So now I really want to know, did you know about Superman Prime or Superman 1 Million? What's your favorite version of Superman? It can be from the movies, animations, anything. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to smash that super like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you don't miss any superhero updates. Also, hit the hype button to help this video climb the ranks here on the platform. It really helps us out and means you'll get even more videos like this one. Thanks so much for tuning in, and for all you Superman fans out there, I'm dropping 2 video recommendations about the Man of Steel just for you to check out. Click and stay in the loop.